Lip sync in animation, or making the mouth shapes match speech, is one of those skills where the more you do it, the easier it gets. To get started, there are 3 levels of lip sync you can aim for. I gave them all dumb names, and I'll show you how to make each of them. Starting at the bottom is the cheap anime, a style of lip syncing that doesn't really match the sound the character's making. All the mouth does is open and close. It's the fastest and easiest style to do, and because it's so minimal and imprecise, you can actually animate the mouths before adding in the voice acting lines. I don't recommend you do that, but you could if you wanted to. To animate cheap anime mouths, first listen to the voice actor's line and then draw an open mouth shape that fits the general tone of their speech for that line. A big wide mouth if they're loud, a small mouth if they're quiet. An exaggerated or unique mouth if their voice acting for the line stands out. Now make 2 or 3 other mouth shapes related to the one you just did. A closed one, and one in between the open mouth and the closed mouth. And I'm gonna make one more shape. Now, as the character talks, you can either let the mouth run on a basic open-closed pattern, or you can individually add in whichever shape makes sense. Be sure to let each mouth shape show for more than 1 frame. This is truly the secret to good lip syncing. Don't change the mouth every frame. I usually change shape every 2 frames. If I do every frame, the mouth doesn't look very lifelike because it's too smooth or it moves too fast and you can't read the lips. There are some exceptions to that rule at typical cartoon level lip sync, but it takes practice before you start to get the feel for when you can put mouth shapes on every frame, like at the end of a sentence, moving the mouth to a resting position, or for drawn out words like, oh. Let's do typical cartoon lip sync now. This is what you see in most contemporary cartoons on the TV and on the internet. Most of these are puppet mouths, so they're a complete set of mouth shapes that you can reuse on the character. And heck, most of the time, multiple characters use the same mouth. It makes lip sync much more efficient. This chart shows the standard mouth shapes I make for talking characters. You can get away with less than this. Here, I'll dim out some of the bonus shapes. Talking with just these shapes will look okay, but somewhat stiff. That's why I have a set of mouths that's not as wide as the default. Some words I use the thin mouths for, and some I use the wide mouths. The variety keeps the lip sync from looking like cheap anime. You can always make more shapes with these puppet mouths, like very exaggerated mouths, and mouths that help you transition from a little O to a big wide ah. There's a lot of room to decide how you want to style the mouths and what kind of shapes you want to use. Once you've created a mouth set, you can put the entire thing into a symbol and use an extension installed into Adobe Animate to pick out mouth shapes as you listen to the dialogue. In Animate, Keyframe Caddy is the extension most people use. Other animation programs have similar features, so it's up to you to figure out how to do it. Before I found out about extensions, I used to keep all of the mouth shapes at the tail end of the animation and copy-paste the one I wanted as I went along, so you can do it that way too. You'll need to design a new set of mouths for the front view versus the side view, but other than that, you can usually fudge any other type of perspective, like 7/8 or 3/4, with front or side view mouths. Pretty simple. Again, figuring out what shape to put down is really what takes practice. If you're new to lip syncing, I suggest listening for defining sounds like O, V, B, W, L, and making sure that those have the right shape. Pretty much anything else you can use a regular open or closed mouth for. The other tip is to say the phrase to yourself and pay attention to how your mouth moves. I'm constantly saying words quietly to myself in slow motion and exaggerating the shape of my mouth, so I know how it should look. Some people do choose to do typical cartoon lip sync but redraw the mouth every time. Sometimes you have to. Your program won't let you make a symbol, so you have to redraw the mouth every time. But other than that excuse, hand animating typical cartoon lip sync is a lot of work and not really worth it in my opinion. For an average quality cartoon, you're better off saving time and money by making puppet mouths. Of course, if you're making an excellent cartoon, then Mouthmaster lip sync is sort of where you're gonna find yourself. And that involves way more than animating just the mouth. First off, you do need to redraw the mouth every time. Each mouth shape is unique and reflects your voice actor's acting. And second, your mouth is rarely going to be the only thing moving. For example, on human mouths, the chin is affected by how far the mouth is open and certain types of acting, like the actor's disgusted. Cheeks and this area around the nose can be affected. You should also be drawing your eyebrows and lids to emphasize the mood, but that goes without saying. In short, the whole face needs to convey attitude. You can't really have a perfectly animated mouth, but no expression or movement on the character's face. This is how weird that would look. Mouth Master Lip Sync is for people who are animating everything by hand and putting acting into their work. It's not just talking at this point. It is about the delivery. Are you looking for more video and animation tutorials? Well, all you have to do is find yellow episodes of Scribble Kibble. Really easy to do on the website. You can even sort by tutorials. So there you go, have a blast.